Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a general pick-a-pile reading about how do they want to please you during sex. This is a general pick-a-pile reading, and readings are timeless. Timestamps are in the pinned comments and decks are in the description box. There's also a link to my link tree so you can find me all over the internet, as well as links to Etsy for this exact reading. I wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers. It's been so much fun watching that number grow. My friends and I all sit around and pay attention and really enjoy looking at those numbers. Also, I wanted to say thank you to those of you who have gotten Etsy readings, and it's so much fun to connect with you guys and get to know you and your partners or the people you have crushes on. Also, I wanted to do a shout out reading for Terry, Tari Fatih. Tari Fatih. That's what I'm going with. And I'm so sorry if I said that incorrectly. So I have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is about a test of courage. You may be doing something right now that you need to have persistence with. Consistency is the thing that it helps you the most in life with love, being consistent. And I really feel that if you're looking at a relationship, you can see that they're really connecting. That may be something that you experience soon, is that type of connection. So thank you so much for reading or letting me read for you. If you yourself would like a shout out reading, be the first person to leave a comment on one of the newly posted videos. And today we have the What is in the Box. What's in the box is really important on my channel because my channel is all about intuition. So if there's something that I say, you have to use your discernment because 100 other people might be looking at this pile and you're not all going to have the exact same life experiences. Some things are going to fit and then other parts of that could be for someone else. But if you wanted an exact reading with your information only, you can follow the link to my Etsy shop and get a reading down there. So let's go ahead. Today we have the cog, the screw, and the bear. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the people who chose the cog. So what I did was I have what they want from you during sex, or how do they want to please you during sex, mentally, physically, and just overall sexually. And I have two messages that you may hear them say. So the first way that they want to please you mentally is the reverse strength card. So the reverse strength card is about some discord. It's about things not going very well, maybe a little bit of weakness. So this person really wants you to just kind of let go of control mentally in order to be able to be pleased by them. So there may be things that they want to do with you sexually that you're just like really holding back. You're really full of fear. There's a lot of body issues going on in this group. So you're like, oh, this person, they really want to have oral sex or like perform oral sex on me. And I'm really nervous because I'm worried about the smell or the size or the shape or the blah, 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 blah. There's so many things you can worry about. And this person really wants you to just kind of let go of those fears so that you can enjoy them pleasing you during sex. So then physically what they want is the reverse 8 of Cups. Now the reverse 8 of Cups is about learning from the past. So for some of you, this person has been in a relationship with you before. You're reconnecting, you're rekindling this relationship. And so physically, they just want you to be present with them in the present moment. They just want you to be able to say, hey, you know what? I learned and we're back, we're together, and I'm just going to let the past go. And that's really going to help them please you during sex because you're not going to be thinking about things that you're upset about. So then sexually, they're looking at the reverse hermit card. Now, the reverse hermit card is about repeating past mistakes. So this person sexually is a little bit nervous. They are worried that they're going to repeat things from the past. They feel like they've learned and they hope they've learned. But for some of them, the reverse hermit and the reverse strength card, because those are major arcana, Some of those are divinely happening. Like this person is saying, yeah, I really want to please you during sex, but they have no control over the fact that there's some mistakes that are going to happen. And some of them, I feel like what's happening is it has a lot to do with your body image. They might say something like, oh yeah, that's my big sister, as in instead of my older sister. Like it's something that they really have a hard time. See, this is not really landing on any one. I'm gonna spread these apart so we can see which one they want it on. Okay. So, they just really want you to realize that they're gonna put their foot in their mouth, they're gonna say things, but sexually, they really do appreciate you for your body and who you are. And they are concerned that they're gonna make a mistake. So, you really want to give them some of that reassurance because if they feel confident, you will be able to receive more sexual pleasure during the sex that you do have. So then a message or a sex thing that they might say to you when you guys have sex is, I'll make it all up to you. Wow, that really fits with this. That feeling of like needing to have forgiveness, needing to learn from the past. They want to make it up to you. Loving you is easy to do. So this person really, really loves you. They really want to have this experience with you. They're worried about what they've done in the past. They're scared that they're going to do it again. So for some of you, this is a situation where that person just kind of needs some reassurance from you, but then also you need some reassurance from them. You guys have had your experiences in the past and some of them didn't work out as well, but you have forgiven and you've decided to work on it again or doing it again, and you really have to let go of what happened in the past, and they will definitely, definitely, definitely make it all up to you. See, look, that's the camera's even zooming in on it. Let's see, maybe that's the, oh yeah, okay. Let's see what the clarifier came up as Five of Cups. Now the Five of Cups is about feeling unloved or having some regrets. So they know that there were times when you felt unloved. They know that they regret that. They definitely regret the fact that they left you unloved and sometimes we're not there for you. And that's what they're going to make up to you. They're going to make sure that you feel so loved. They're going to make sure that they always show up when they say they show up. They're going to make plans to find time to be with you because quite frankly, they are so thankful and happy that you would even allow them to have the chance to make it up to you because they know they really screwed up. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you would like further information, you can find this link to this exact reading for your information on Etsy. And then don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. All right, so this is for the second group that chose the little screw. So we have, how do they want to please you during sex? And this is mentally, how do they want to please you? Physically and sexually. And then I pulled two cards that could be just messages that they have for you. That you would either hear them say during sex or that they wish they could say to you. So it'll be how it applies to you specifically. So then mentally, this person is in a place of the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups is a good father and loving and a husband. They want longevity in that situation. So mentally, they want to please you during sex by giving you this feeling of security. And so they're like, hey, I'm here for you. I want to be there and cuddle you and hold you. This person really wants to connect with you mentally. Physically, we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is about an investment. It's also, if you're looking at this, they're just cuddling, they're in bed, they're having a good time. So physically, they just want to lay with you and invest that time with you and be connected with you. So then sexually, we have the reverse Knight of Wands. Now, the reverse Knight of Wands, he can have some sexual excess, some impulsive behavior. They want to have a lot of sex with you. They want to have a lot of sex with you in places that are like, your car or a hotel. Like they want to be just everywhere with you. They want to travel and have a lot of sex with you. So that is what they want sexually. So a message that you may hear from them is, let's find our tickle spots, which makes a lot of sense because this person is very, very sexual. That may be actually like what you're connecting to or what you're drawn to is their level of sexuality. Then the other message is, my karmic is teaching me what I want to heal. So, in a lot of situations, karmics can be a third party. For the large majority of you, that is what this is. This person wanted to have a relationship with you and they wanted to have this sexual thing with you, and they are either in a relationship, like some of them are married. And I'll tell you what, if somebody's married to somebody else, and I know you're like, oh, don't say it, don't say it. But really, like, there was somebody who I loved deeply, and they started a relationship with someone, and I scaled back our sexual connection, oh, like to zero. I was completely platonic. And then that karmic relationship ended. And so, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you have to find your level of comfort. And one thing that I always say to myself is, how would I want to be treated? Because that's a really big, important part of healing as a collective, especially when it comes to those relationships that have a third party or have somebody who's in the relationship with your person that you want to be in a relationship with. It's about learning how to love and heal and be kind. Like, literally, that's why we come to this earth, is to go forward and learn from these experiences. And I mean, they're karmic. This is a karmic person. So if you are not willing to move on and go to another person who does have an available relationship for you, then I would strongly suggest that you be respectful of what the situation is. I feel like, because I've been, I'm older than a lot of you. I can see the analytical part of this channel, and I know that I'm older than a lot of you. Some of you by like 20 years. And I'll tell you that there have been men in my life that I wanted a relationship with them, and I thought that they were the person for me, and I really embarrassed myself. Like, when I look back and I was leaving voicemails and blah blah blah, all the things that happened 20 years ago. There was no text messaging. But anyway, actually no, there was text messaging when that was happening. Anyway, so for some of you, you know, find your dignity. Like, is this a dignified thing that's happening? Like, are there people in your life who you were like, oh, I would rather that nobody ever found out that I did that because it's really embarrassing. There was this guy, I'll tell you my embarrassing story. There's this guy I liked, we met online. He had everything I wanted, but he didn't want a relationship. And I was very young. This was a long time ago. I would not do this now at all. But during the time, I was so empty in myself that I just left voicemails, and I really embarrassed myself. And I'm also going to tell you this other story. I've never been able to find it online again, but there was this video that I watched where the guy thought that, okay, the guy had a friend who had an all expense paid trip to Europe. And the guy was like, oh, I can't go. Do you want to go instead? And he was like, yes, I'll go. So he goes over and is in Europe. And because it was so last minute, he didn't tell his girlfriend that he was going. So she proceeded to leave him hundreds of voicemails in the 2 weeks that he was in there. And then, like, a week and a half in, she took all his stuff to his parents' house, and his mom was like, he's in Europe. And then she had to like backpedal, but he put it on the internet, and it was just so excruciating to hear, because it started out and she was like, hey babe, I'd love to go to dinner tomorrow, what are you doing? And then by the end she was like, please don't listen to any of those voicemails. It was all, oh my god, it was painfully awkward to watch. If there's somebody in your life and they are not answering your messages and that you're not hearing back from them, you know what I tell myself? I say, well, maybe they're in Europe. And then I don't message them anymore. Like, you really don't know what's going on. It may have something to do with their life and not have anything to do with what's going on with you. So, anyway, they do want to have a sexual relationship with you, but they're also like, they do have a very like when we're talking about the sexual part of it, they do have a lot of sex. So this may be somebody who, if they're in a karmic relationship and they're still talking to you and having a sexual relationship, there may be other people. So just protect yourself. You know, you can make your own choice. Somebody left a comment how we don't all want to get married, and I think that's absolutely true. Some of us don't have any, well, not us. Some people don't have any problem having sex with somebody who's married or somebody who's in a relationship, and they tell themselves, oh, well, you know, they're unhappy, so this is what we're doing. So you can make any choice that you want. But this person is in the relationship or in the situation that they're in because they're trying to heal themselves on a spiritual level. There's several different sets of people in this reading. Some of you, this person is a player, and that's why they have the karmic. Some of you, this person is, and when it comes to the karmic experience, like they are a workaholic, they are an alcoholic, they have something that is keeping their attention away from you and your connection with them. Okay. So we also are at 15 minutes and 55 seconds for the recording. So there is a 555 there. So there may be some things that you guys have kind of opened your eyes to in this. So if you have some things that you would like to have about you specifically or this connection with this person, and you can go to go to Etsy and get a reading there so that you can have information on the connection with this person. All right, so this is for the third group that chose the black bear. This is how do they want to please you during sex? And we have mentally, physically, sexually, and then we have two messages that you may hear from them. So the way they want to please you during sex is the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is about traveling and planning. Like also, you know, they got some footsie going on. They're really planning their whole life. So like mentally, this person really just wants to get on the same wavelength with you. They just want to vibe with you. They just want to know that you want to go in the same direction that they want to go. So then physically, this person wants the reverse Knight of Swords. Now, the reverse Knight of Swords can be a little bit out of control, but also the reverse Knight of Swords can want BDSM. So, because the reverse Knight of Swords is also sometimes seen as a quote violent man, and also just this picture in general. But really, with BDSM, with the consent and knowing that you all agree on everything that's happening, like I said, you're on that same page. You guys are really spending time together. There's actually a BDSM checklist online that has a whole bunch of different BDSM things, and it can like list like what you want to do and what you don't want to do, so you can have an informed conversation with your partner. But physically, this person really wants to do, you know, spanking, and like you can see from the picture, they really just want to be in a dominant space. Also, for some of you, they could want to really be an exhibitionist. They could want to play like in a BDSM dungeon where other people are watching. So this person physically just really wants to have a more rough, I guess, or hands-on experience with you. And then, so then I pulled the clarity card for this one because it did zoom in. This is what they are looking for sexually, and that shows up as the reverse Eight of Swords. Now, this is great because the reverse Eight of Swords is about hope and freedom. Like, they want you sexually just to let go and not have any not have any. I always get this confused if it's ambitions or if they want you to be inhibited. So then the clarity card on that is showing up as the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess, she's connected, intuition, trusting herself. So sexually, with this person on this journey, if they do want to go down this road of BDSM, you can trust that you will be able to make informed decisions, that you will be able to find consent. There is a website called FetLife, FETLIFE. It's a fetish website that you can join, and there are things called munches where you can go and have lunch or coffee with like a group of people who enjoy BDSM. So you're not going and meeting people like one-on-one or in unsafe places, or you can find like a local dungeon or things along that line. Just make sure you're making safe, informed decisions, and that's exactly what the high priestess energy is. So that is what you are doing. So messages that you may hear: saying I love you gives me such a rush, and I want a whole day alone with you. So you may hear that this person just, woo, they are all about you. They're really connected. You guys, I mean, really coming from this mental place where you're really working on connecting with this person, it's going to put you just in a whole nother level, a whole new ball game, and you're really going to find what you're looking for. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you would like a reading that is exactly about you and your person, you can find a link to this and many other readings on Etsy down below. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. Excuse me. And now it's time for what is in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? And what is in the box is the plastic penny. All right. Well, thank you so much for letting me read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.